So jumping straight into it, I start off with my Sukin firming serum because I'm already wrinkly and I'm only 20 years old. I just sort of put that where it's important, and then I just take a bit of moisturizer, not too much though because my foundation will slip right off my face. So just patting a bit of that on. And now just taking my Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer. This stuff is the best. I just mostly focus that around my nose and my chin where my pores are the largest. Now I just take some of my Maybelline 24-hour foundation. Now I'm going for a pretty natural base today, so I just focus the foundation where I need it the most over the redness on my cheeks, but still keeping it a pretty thin layer. We want to keep the skin nice and fresh so it looks good in the daylight, not just under beauty lights. Now recently I've been combining these two concealers together because as much as I love my Tarte Shape Tape, it can be a little bit dry sometimes. So I just mix in a bit of the Pro Conceal and it kind of helps make it a little bit more hydrating without ruining the coverage. So now I just focus that around where I need it the most, which is mostly my eye area and a little bit more down onto the cheeks. I just try and blend that out into the rest of my face so it doesn't look like I'm wearing a white mask. I need quite a bit around my eyes because I have so many veins that are really prominent and dark circles because you know I don't sleep. And just taking a little bit of the powder, I just set the most important areas that are more likely to crease. I try and avoid bringing it all over my face because I want to keep it fresh. Now time for the eyebrows. I take my dip brow in medium brown and just with a small defining brush I just fill in those brows. Now don't be fooled, you may think, oh my god, you actually have pretty good brows. If I don't tint them you cannot see them. It's like a Jeffree Star moment if I don't tint my brows. So without using too much product I just try and give a bit of definition without being too squared off or blocky. Now it's a little bit hard to see, but this is my favourite brow gel and it literally costs like $4. It's the Essence Make Me Brow in Brownie Browns. Now I just take as much of that as I can and comb it through my brows and it gives so much volume and colour. Next, contouring with my Australis contour kit. Now just taking a little bit of that, I just give my face a little bit more colour because I'll be looking like Casper out here. As you can see, I need a fair bit of this around my jaw and chin line because your girl doesn't know when to stop eating donuts from Donut King. I just take a little bit of that down my nose just to not really contour it but just give a little more colour so it matches the rest of my face. And then taking the most beautiful palette. Now I just take a little bit of that shade and start defining the crease and slowly but surely building up the colour. Next, taking some of this darker brown colour, I sort of mark out a winged shape with the shadow just to define the eye, and then I'll later bring that up into the crease like so. I kind of just keep packing that colour into the outer corner, just keeping that winged out shape, and then I take a little bit more of that first shade and just help blend the two colours together. Taking some of that first mustard brown colour, I just bring that on my lower lash line just to give some more definition, and then I take the dark brown again and keep that more focused to the very outer corner of the eye and bring it up to meet with the top part. And then I take a little bit of concealer. Now this isn't really to cut the crease, it's just to add a bit more tackiness so that the shimmer shade sticks better because I don't own an eyeshadow primer. So a little bit of sticky concealer will work. And then I take this beautiful rose gold shade and pack that all over the lid. Once I'm done with that, I'll just bring some of that dark brown shade back in again just to fix up any parts that I went over with the gold shade. Next, taking the Jeffree Star 24 Karat palette, I take the best highlighter that he's ever created and bring that over the brow bone, the inner corner, cheekbones, nose, cupid's bow, you know, just the usual places that you'd highlight. Now I always go a little extra with the nose highlight and apply a little bit more with my finger. It also helps the powder to sort of melt into the skin rather than sit on top of it. And not only am I wrinkling prematurely, I'm also balding. Now I take a little bit of the Supreme Frost. You can't really see on camera, but it just adds a nice bit of shimmer and sparkle. Just for that little bit of extraness that, you know, I live for. Now, trying really hard not to rip out my non-existent eyelashes, I just give them a curl and add some mascara that's probably expired and will give me conjunctivitis. And yeah. Despite not having many lashes, it does make a huge difference using a waterproof one on myself. And then I just take a bit of regular mascara, Better Than Sex by Too Faced, on the lower lashes. And then cleaning off my crusty ass lips, otherwise my lipstick will not stick properly. And then I just take the shade Nathan by Jeffree Star and apply that all over. I'm actually kind of getting good at this now. Like before, I would literally have a tantrum in the bathroom because I'd overdraw them way too much and one side would be crooked and I'd just make a huge mess trying to take it all off. But yeah, as you can see, I do overline my lips a fair bit because, you know, I don't want to commit to lip fillers just yet. But this seems to do the trick for the time being. And then I just take this lip gloss. This is my first time using it. It is a Furless Cosmetics and It's Likely Makeup collab. And it is the prettiest lip gloss I've ever seen. It's like pinky peach, then it has these rose gold and pink reflex and glitters. And oh, it is so pretty and not sticky whatsoever. And now you can just watch me struggle to take my hair down to show off the final look. And this is the point where I realised I had bobby pins in my hair, so now I have to dig through the mess and find them. And cue the narcissistic ending that every beauty tutorial needs, where I just try and make myself look presentable, and yep, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed.